So as I like to give you guys fresh stories and fresh content, I was thinking today, I was like, man, what has happened in my time as a customer service employee that like really just makes me question people sometimes? And I guess that has to be done with this story today. So this happens probably every couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. The same guy comes in, and I'm always at the register. I'm not sure if he just like finds out that I'm working there that day or something, but it's just every time that I'm there, he's there. And it's always around closing time. And it's at my local Whale. I'm just chilling there, ringing people up, and like we'll be getting towards the end of closing around 8:45, somewhere like around there. He'll walk in, pants sagging, looking all raggedy and tired, like he just went through a full day's of work, and he probably has. But the thing that gets me every time is that he has asked me the same question for 4 months straight. Every 2 to 3 weeks, he comes in. The same goddamn question. I give him the same goddamn answer. So it would go something like this. He'd walk in, he'd look at me, give me a real weird look, like he knows what he's gonna ask me. And so he would go to the back, he would look around for a little bit, go to the first aid aisle, look around, go to the movie aisle, pick a movie up, bring it to the front, and then I would, check it with the machine, like, hey, it's this amount of money. Then he wouldn't have that kind of money, so then he'd be like, oh, can I put it here? I'm not gonna buy it. I'm like, cool. So then he'd go to the drink aisle. Keep in mind, he does this every single time, but he would go to the drink aisle, get like 2 Arizona iced teas, bring it back up to the front register, and then he would get real close to the plastic liner that's in between me and him, and he'd go, hey bud. I go, yeah. He goes, I don't know if I've asked you this yet. I'm like, asked me what? And he goes, you smoke weed? I was like, I'd be like, I used to, probably about a year ago. I stopped. I'm doing pretty good sober wise, so I had definitely stopped. I've been doing pretty good. He was like, oh. I'm like, why do you ask? He would just go, I have a dab pen in my pocket if you wanted to hit it. I'm like, I'm good. Because in that moment, I'm thinking, there's no goddamn way that anybody that would just come into the store would offer me a dab pen or weed of any sort. Keep in mind, this is not the only thing he's offered me. In the other past 3 months, he's offered me coke, he's offered me crack, he's offered me Adderall, and it's always the same question. Hey bud, you ever have I asked you this? I'd be like, no. And then he'd be like, you want this? And I'd say no again because I don't want it. But today's one was just crazy because it just reminded me of why I wanted to tell this so long ago, but like I just never got the chance until I started doing this series, and I really enjoy this series because I get to tell you guys all the crazy stories that happen in my customer service life, because it's absolutely insane. Because like I get asked weird stuff on a daily basis, and then like today is just no different. But this dude cracks me up every time because I think he knows he's asking me this, and I think he knows that I'm in my head just laughing. And of course, every time I go, hey Bob, and Bob comes over, he's my manager, and Bob be like, what? I go, yo, we'll call him Greg. I go, yo, Greg just asked me if I wanted to hit his dab pen again. He goes, it's not like the 4th time this week he's asked you. I'm like, yeah, he's asking more, but like, it's just insane because he does, like, it's out in the open. Like, we have a camera that points directly at the cash register and it can hear everything we say, and he just says it as loud as he possibly can. He'll be like, hey bud. I'll be like, yeah. He goes, you smoke weed? Or you take Adderall? I'd be like, no. And he goes, I got something in my pocket if you want it. And I'd just be like, no, like, why are you doing this in the middle of the daylight? Why in the middle of my store are you asking me if I want drugs? And like, of course, like a year ago, I probably would have been like, hell yeah, bro, let's get fucked up and like be at work all high. Because I used to go to work high. In Missouri, I used to go to work high all the time, and like that's how I get through my day. But now that now that I've actually gotten sober, it's getting a little easier to go to work and everything. But like, I still work hard, so it's just the thought that he just asks me every like month. I don't know how long I'll be at the store. I'm supposed to be there for around probably 9 months due to school, but I just hope that every time it hits a new month, he's not going to come in. Or if he does, then I can just update you guys. Because if he does, it's always funny when he comes in. But I hope you guys did enjoy this, because if you did, smash that like button. I've really been enjoying telling you guys my work stories, because they're insane. I have a ton of them. Like, people never believe me whenever I tell them, and then, like, what was that? A family member of mine came in the store yesterday and goes, "There's a crackhead outside." And I go, "Yeah, that's normal." And they don't get it. Like, they're like, "Why are you so calm about that?" I'm like, "Cause I've dealt with like 13 of them today." Like, I work in a very shady part of town in Arizona, and it's crazy. So if you guys enjoy these, please smash that like button and let me know down below if you guys want to hear more stories like this, because I got a bunch of them. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.